and welcome y'all to Conversations with Dean. I am Dean. We are going to be in for one terrible episode for two people. Two people in particular. Actually, it's really going to be three. Andrew Cuomo, Chris Cuomo, and Don Lemon. I'm going to need you to step up to the front of the congregation. I'm not here for fun and games. This isn't laughing. We're not, as you can see, I got a damn shirt on and some slacks. I'm not playing games. I'm not playing games today. But before we get into that, I'm going to have to pay the bills first. We're going to pay the bills, and then we're going to get in and we're going to get out. Now, listen here. All that aside, black people, Spanish people, people of color, white people, anybody out there who has to pay taxes. Wait, that's everybody. That's every goddamn body. If you're listening to this, I want you to stop, think about it. If you have not paid your taxes yet, which I know quite a few of you have not, there's something I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and think about this. Think about this. I want you to change your accountant. I know you're going to say, why the fuck would I change your accountant? Change your accountant to someone who looks like you, who understands your plight, who when you're coming in there and you're having a conversation about what's troubling you or why you may have had to make certain kind of decisions, especially because of this time during COVID, where guess what? A lot of times it was food on the table or pay a bill for certain people, and you chose food on the table. It's going to be, listen, we had the stimulus coming in. They even said this next round can be affected by debts. You want to make sure that you have an accountant who knows what they're doing, who can speak your language, and you don't have to be embarrassed in front of. And those accountants are going to be the gentlemen and women at JGA Tax Services. Listen, they look like you and I, they talk like you and I, and they will be able to help you no matter if you own a business, no matter if you're working for somebody, no matter if you're doing both things in between, they got you. And listen here, you're going to give these people a call at 631-542-2344. Once again, 631-542-2344. Make sure you let them know Dean and Lowe sent you. Use the At the Berry Game 1 code. You don't have to be embarrassed. You don't got to feel fucked up. I'm telling you, go give these motherfuckers a call. They're going to get you this bread, son, and they're going to be able to protect you, especially because, let me tell you something. It's going to get real weird in these next coming years, especially with the way that we're giving out stimuluses and how they're going to be taxing people. Make sure you got somebody who can hold you down and hold your money down, and that's going to be those motherfuckers at JG&A Tax Services, because they understand what you need and what you want. You dig what I'm saying? Now, when you get that paper, because JGA Tax Service is going to hold you down, there's going to be two people I want you to look out for. The first one is also going to be looking out for you, and that's going to be looking out for your health. And that's going to be getting a personal trainer. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who's going to be all up your ass, every single fucking day, working out what you know. This is somebody who can put together a program for you, talk you through steps, help you out. Doesn't matter. They're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they can change stuff up on the fly, fitting your life. And who that is, the man's name is Big Lies. I know what some of you are going to be saying. Who the hell is Big Lies, and why should I use him as some online coach? This is why. Let me break it down for you. Big Lies just happens to be UK. He was UK's strongest man. He was Europe's strongest man. He won the World Ultimate Strongman competition. I don't know. He also was, he competed in the world strongest man competition 11 times. He's what you would call a Hall of Famer in this kind of shit, and he's currently commentating for different federations and leagues. Listen, the man knows what the fuck he's doing, and then you want to know, if you want some clear proof of success, well, let's look no further than Andrea Thompson. Andrea Thompson has the women's deadlift world record right now, and she also has the women's log lift world record. And she actually broke her own record in the same day. She broke the record twice. Or let's say you don't want to be a strong man. Let's say you don't want to be a strong woman. Let's say you don't want to get into physique modeling. Let's say you don't want to get into bodybuilding. Let's just say you just want to be healthy and be the best you can be. Well, let's use me as an example. I'm not going to say what I do for a living, but I have to list heavy implements, sometimes heavy people, but I got to be ready at a moment's notice to do whatever is needed of me and to keep myself safe. I talked to Big Lies. I said, Big Lies, I gotta be ready to drop a dime. I gotta be healthy. I gotta get my life together. Not only did we drop 20 pounds, my strength is going back up, and I'm safe no matter what I'm doing and feeling strong and confident in it. Listen, they said if you look good, you're gonna feel good. And I'm just telling you to give Big Lies a shout at the Instagram machine. Go ahead to Big Lies WSM. Go ahead and contact him. Use the At the Berry Game 1 code, and I promise you, he's gonna look out for you, big dog. He's gonna look out for you. Now, there's one other thing I want you to do with that money. All my stoners out there, all my stoners. Go to the Instagram machine. Go ahead and type in Stoner Life Clothing, 42710. Yes. Go ahead and do that for me right now. Mm-hmm. I know what you see right now. When what pops up, you see Out of Order. Oh, you see Jack Harrah. Oh, you see Munchie Man. Oh, you see Macaroni. Smackaroni, excuse me. Oh, you see custom orders. You see pins. You see pendants. You see stickers. Whatever you need, they got you over there. Use the At the Berry Game 1 code. Get your smoker attire, player. If you're going to be about this 420 shit, then be about it, cuz. Be about it, pimp. Go ahead and give them a call. Use that At the Berry Game 1 code. They're going to look out for you, baby. They're going to look out for you. And with that, the bills have been paid. The bills have been paid. So now it's time for business. It's time for business. So listen, there's some points that we got to think about when we're thinking about this episode. I want you to think about hypocrisy, unsafe, lies, and corruption, because that's effectively what I'm talking about this whole time. That's effectively what I'm going to be talking about. We're living in a weird time, man. We're living in a time where you have people who are blatantly lying to you, people who are putting themselves out on Front Street. Not only one individuals, but you see sectors of people just doing this. And for some reason, the public does not want to acknowledge it. Well, guess what? That's why Dean's here. Y'all need my guidance. And I'm not talking about the people who tune in regularly. No. Y'all know what it is. Y'all good. We just out here trying to help everyone. Y'all already free thinkers. We're trying to help everyone else. This is why I need y'all to like, share, subscribe this, because we need to get more people understanding what's really going on out here in these streets. So the first thing we're going to talk about, the first, I guess, theme we could say is going to be hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. I know what you're thinking. Hypocrisy? Hypocrites? Well, who's hypocrites? The left. The left, extremely white liberals who don't believe that they can be racist, that they can be bigots, that they can, actively live in stereotypes. Yeah. We're talking to you folk. And also, too, we're going to be talking to black people who have a double standard. That's something I don't got time for. Black people, one for all for one. We need to be on one fucking accord with this. If they disrespect us, anybody, if somebody not black disrespects us on the principle of our blackness, they need to be all corrected the same damn way. We don't, there's no, oh, this is okay, that's okay. No, one standard, one rule, I don't give a damn. And this is why. Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon, two CNN anchors, the alleged liberal channel, the channel for the people. Okay. This is cute. And here's why I do that for the people. Because see, Chris Cuomo, this isn't your first offense. This is just your first offense within the past, 6 months. Because about 6 months ago, you had something that was eerily, eerily egregious too. Just as egregious. This is what you said. Somebody called you Fredo. You got mad at it. Then for some reason you decided that you as a white man, because you're white and for some reason you all, like, as much as y'all like to always say that you're with black people, white liberals, you're with black people, you understand black plight, you're here for us, you want to get everything right. You just keep stepping on your foot and you keep stepping on your tongue. And what you said was, somebody calling you Fredo was the same as saying the N-word to a black person. You said somebody calling you Fredo, calling an Italian person Fredo is like calling a black person the N-word. That was your statement. Okay. First off, Fredo's a fictional character, brother. He's a fictional fucking character. The word nigger was derived from the Spanish word of negro, which means black. But then they turned nigger in the States into something vicious. They would yell it when they were raping black women, sometimes raping black men. Sometimes they were making them fuck each other just for their own sick pleasure. They were making them fight each other. They were calling people niggers when they were doing that, or they were calling us niggers when, they had us in the cotton field. We wasn't picking cotton fast enough. They called us niggers when they were whipping us on our backs for no damn reason. They called us niggers just for the hell of it. And then after we got all that, after after then in the South, those same niggers had to then join the Confederate Army because they had no choice but to fight for these motherfuckers who want to keep them enslaved. Then after you got through all that, then we go through segregation, then you go through Jim Crow, and now we're sitting here still having the same fight, and then all the whole damn time being called the word nigger. But don't get me wrong, because somebody just recently, within the past year, called you Fredo. They called you Fredo. You decided because you are the white man and everything runs by you for some odd reason. If you don't say it, it don't come to pass. But for some reason, you believed in your mind that Fredo is the same as nigger. Woo, child. Woo. I get it. I guess you're right. I guess when you compare the two, you're right. I guess you're right. Wrong. We had to come out here and, some of us had to come out here and correct you. Some people were giving you passes, and for some reason, you haven't been canceled. But if somebody on the right, if there was a white person who was known to be conservative, they would have been finished. You know what? Y'all all know I'm bisexual. You all know I'm part of the alphabet game, LGBTQ, whatever. Let me say this. The girl from Disney, Gina, you know what Gina said? Gina got canceled and fired from Disney because you know what she said? She said something disparaging about transgenders, and then she also said something about comparing. She compared the Jews' plight to conservatives in America. That's what she did. She lost her job. She's a Republican. But you know something that everyone knows on the right and the left? If you fuck with the gays or you fuck with Jewish people, you're done, son. You're done. You're finished. They come for you. But with black people, and do you know why those organizations come for you? Because they don't care who says it. Doesn't matter if it's on the right or the left. If you say something disparaging, they're going to get you. It doesn't matter. They don't play those games. But for some reason with black people, we like to pick and choose our battles. We like to say this side can say it, this side can't. For fucking what? For what? To let this white man keep to say for not only this white man, but a lot of other white people in general to make these kind of marks. You know something crazy? Because now that it's known that Dean is out, but I've been in the LGBTQ community for a while, right? It's crazy to me how many racist white gays and white lesbians and white trans people there are. Oh yeah. You know something else that's really common with y'all? They happen to all be liberals. Huh. And then what I mean by racist is like you act like you're not, but you are. You fucking are. But don't worry, that's a different conversation. I'm gonna get into that a little later. Not this episode. That's a different episode in entirety. What I'm trying to paint the picture of is, for some reason, it's like white people under the umbrella of the left, you make the same transgressions as white people on the right do, and you get different reactions. How is Chris Cuomo not canceled for that? But okay, it's fine. Okay, so now we get into today's day and age, what you did recently to Don Lemon's face. You start singing the good times going off air. Don Lemon says, how do you know the good times? You say, I'm black inside. It fucking gets awkward. Your show ends. His show goes on. Again. Oh my fucking God. How are you black inside, Chris? How are you black inside? Last time I checked, you're fucking Italian American. That's not fucking African American. Your last name is Cuomo, not Jones. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What makes you even think it's okay for you to say such shit like this? Would you ever say to a Jewish person, I'm Jewish inside? Would you ever say to a gay person, I'm gay inside, and just making a joke about something? No, you fucking wouldn't. So what makes you think you got the balls to say that, I'm black inside? Wait, I know what makes you think that, because you're a fucking liberal white man. That's what makes you think that. You think that you motherfuckers got a pass to say and do whatever you want because you for the people. You down, bro. Suck my dick. You motherfuckers are so damn tone deaf. And the reason you're tone deaf is because we fucking let you just run off. Like for some reason, we have Joe Biden in office, right? Joe Biden is in, and when I'm saying for some reason you got Joe Biden in office, and people don't think that Joe Biden is not racist or he don't got some bigotry in his bones. Like, first of all, isn't this the man who said he went to the projects and then they taught him about roaches? And y'all didn't kill him for that? Son, why is it that we let these white people get away with saying whatever they want to us, but I guarantee you, if they did the same thing to Jews, if they did it to the gays, or even if they did it to Spanish people, they would be fucking crucified. Black people, grab your fucking nuts and do something about it. What the hell are we sitting here allowing these goddamn white people on the left to think that they can just run things, do whatever they want to us? I'm confused. I am. Mike, I'm confused. Why do they think it's okay? It's crazy. It's crazy, right? You would check somebody if they was like, oh, they Puerto Rican aside and started doing some bullshit. Yeah, he's laughing because he fucking knows it right there on the spot. But we, for some reasons, black people gonna let this shit slide because he's a fucking liberal. Suck my dick. You motherfuckers ain't shit neither. The same way you want to talk about your conservative counterparts, y'all ain't shit neither. Now, Don Lemon. Before I get to that, Don Lemon. Here's my problem with you. You were front line and center calling out Donald Trump and any other white man who was doing anything disparaging to black people, who were doing anything that seemed as if they were, overstepping their bounds. You're going to let the man that you share a network with do the same? He got a show, you got a show. And this is a network of fucking liberals. So if you tore his ass a new one, you should have been fine. Why didn't you stand on that, bruh? Why didn't you check his ass on the end of his show, letting his viewers know that's not acceptable? You're not black inside. You need to check your privilege, bruh. You need to think about what you're doing because clearly this ain't it, especially after your Fredo comments. But you let that go. You didn't check him on his viewers. Okay, so let's say on your show, maybe you could have been like, oh, this has just happened. I'm a little frazzled. Address it on your show. Nah. None of that. You let this white man go. Why? If Chris Cuomo voted for Trump, you would all be yelling that he's a fucking racist. You all would say, fuck him. You would have checked his ass. You would have dealt with his ass. But for some reason, you want to give him a pass? Why is that? Here's my thing, black people. If you wouldn't give a pass to the person on the right who's white for saying it, the person on the right who may be Spanish saying it, Asian, don't matter. If you wouldn't give a pass to somebody because they Republican and they said it, why the hell would you give it to somebody on the left? Make it make sense to me. Explain it to me. Huh? It's because you're fucking pussies. That's why. But I'm not. I don't give a damn. They don't scare me. Don't nobody. Listen. Brenda, Maurice, and God. The only motherfuckers I fear. The only ones I fear. The rest of you? Nah, I don't give a damn. That's why I'm going to call out your brother right now, Chris. Oh, Andrew. Oh, we meet again, Andrew. Once again, you fuck up. And you fuck up because you can't help it. You're just a low-life scumbag who fucking has been lying, cheating, and stealing his way to everything, especially in this governor shit. So let me break it down for you, baby. So now we have more allegations against Andrew Cuomo, right? Now, let's right now just say the accusers of who has accused you so far. Lindsey Boylan, Charlotte Bennett, Anna Rutsch, Anna Liss, Karen Hinton. You have an anonymous complainant. You have Jessica Bakeman. Those currently who you have. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 accusations right now. 7 accusers currently as of this recording. That's fucking steep, bro. That's fucking steep. And then you know what's crazy? I guess what's crazy about it to me is how each one of your allegations, it just gets worse and worse. Like, you put yourself in these compromising weird positions. So now we find out what your latest allegations, you were acting like you were senile, couldn't operate your iPhone, getting the young ladies to help you. That's how you were starting that out with her, with the latest one, huh? You did the same thing with Lindsey Boylan too, huh? Charlotte Bennett as well, in the sense of, just being really weird and creepy with them. Excuse me, asking them weird questions, putting them in weird situations. According to Lindsay, you touched her. According to your latest complaint, and you touched her as well. Andy, why can't you keep your hands to yourself, buddy? You got ants in your pants there? What's going on there, big guy? But listen, okay, enough fun and games with you. So listen, we're going to talk about unsafe lies and corruption under this whole Andrew Cuomo shit. Because, to be honest with you, we shouldn't even be surprised. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Right? Isn't that? I think that's what we've all been taught. And this goes back to all the way back to his corruption case. When he opened, the corruption charges into New York. Then when the investigations got too close to him, he shut it down because he said he created the corruption task force and they cannot investigate him. So he shouldn't have even been in off of that. But now we have all these allegations because you, sir, remember when Trump's the porn star that he was sleeping with came out. Remember that? You were calling for him to resign. Remember when it was said that Trump was grabbing women by the pussies? You were calling for him to resign. Well, shit, Andrew. Why aren't you resigning, buddy? You got 8 allegations. Don't get me wrong. I believe in, you having a fair trial. I want you to have a fair trial because I want all this shit to be aired out. But if you really care for the people, why would you do that, Andy? And as a matter of fact, let's talk about it. When it first started, you decided you were going to appoint a special investigator. Now that, we are at your 8th accuser, because you did that at like your 2nd or your 3rd one. Now you're at your 8th accuser. You had to then rescind that because New York State freaked the fuck out, rightfully so. I'm surprised that there were so many liberals out here who were going against you, but because we're going to get in that in a second. But you had to concede. And you had to let your Attorney General, Letitia James, you had to let her decide and pick 2 people to investigate these sexual abuse allegations. And then that's what she did. She definitely did that. She chose 2 high-powered, sexual abuse attorneys, and they are going to be heading this investigation into all these allegations against you. Okay, so you tried to cook the books there, but you couldn't. Okay, interesting. The thing that's crazy to me is that it took until us to get to women 6 or 7 for Democrats to start, or maybe actually no, it may have been like 4 or 5 for a lot of Democrats to start calling for you to resign, for you to lose, your emergency, your emergency powers that you have us in right now. It took them a while, but it's interesting because this is the same party that when you had the Brett Kavanaugh case going, excuse me, not the Brett Kavanaugh case, but when he was going through his confirmation hearing, for him to be a Supreme Court justice, you had the whole left saying believe all women, right? There's been campaigns this whole time since Donald Trump has been in office saying believe all women. Doesn't matter what they say, you should just believe all women blanketly. Do I believe that? Fuck no. Because women lie, men lie, numbers don't. But that's the day of truth. But this is what y'all was saying. This is what you were saying. Now we're at Andrew Cuomo. And it seems that you Democrats have a real big double standard. It seems to me that when it's time for the rubber to meet the road, it really never does. And that's just a real big thing when it comes to Democrats in general. For some reason, y'all say the right things to get people's votes, but when it's really time to really put the money where your mouth is, y'all are nowhere to be fucking found. Why is it that, you have Nancy Pelosi in California making sure that, barbershops, nail salons, everything else is shut down, but then she can go get her hair? Why was that Gavin Newsom was able to make sure that, no one could go meet with their family or friends, but you were able to go have a dinner inside a restaurant with way over the goddamn regulated limit. I think you had like 4, there was like 8 people there. I think that's your regulation was. And your regulation was people couldn't even eat inside, have to eat outside, and you were inside. Why is it that y'all can do that? Why is it that you can do one thing and then say another? But then if a Republican does it, it's supposed to be this really big, thing. No, this is why I'm telling you, all these motherfuckers are in bed together. I'm telling you, if you motherfuckers don't think Mitch McConnell, motherfucking Lindsey Graham, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer don't sit behind some fucking closed door and have conversations about shit, I don't know what to tell you. You can call me conspiracy artist. I just call it real. These motherfuckers been on the Hill for 50 damn years. What do you expect? Of course, I'm telling you, they're all cut from the same cloth. This is why black people, I want you to understand something. You got to treat them the same. White is white. That's what I'm, and what I'm saying, what I mean. This is what I mean by that. Stop telling, listen, can we invite white people to the cookout? Absolutely we can. We absolutely fucking can. For instance, I love you to death, bro, but I'm going to use you as a perfect example. My brother Madison. Madison is dope. Madison is what you would consider a true black ally. Madison's that guy. But I don't tell, is Madison invited to the barbecue? You're damn right. Madison is my brother. But I would never tell Madison he's fucking black. Because he's not. He's a cool ass Italian dude. You see what I'm saying? I would never do that. And he's liberal. And he would never say no shit like that. Why is it that we let these white people do this, black people? Because when they do this, they're diminishing our value and who the fuck we are. They think it's a game. They think they're with us. We're cool, bro. Fuck that. Suck my dick. You treat them the same way you treat a conservative white man. The same exact way. You judge them the same exact way. There is no difference. All right. Let's get back on Andrew Cuomo real fast. Because I want to talk about more reasons why you should resign. Besides the sexual harassment allegations. Let's talk about, there's a few things. I want to talk about you threatening Assemblyman Ron Kim. Because I remember Ron Kim was trying to bring up, your dealings with nursing homes. He was trying to bring up how you were handling the whole COVID thing. He was bringing that up. And then you said in the call to him, I will destroy you. I will end your career. This man is going on record saying this. Has gone on record saying you're a bully. You're a big, nasty guy. Okay, once again, you got to prove it. Do we have any proof? No, we don't. But it's real interesting how that was swept under the rug for the most part. The only people who reported that was local news. Nothing national reported that. No one was saying like, oh, New York is there a bullying town, and no one even fought the question Assemblyman Ron Kim and say, hey, what's going on over there? We just gave you a blanket pass, but I understand it. Okay. One thing against you. Okay, fuck it, right? But then this is after you had an aide admit that y'all cooked the books with the nursing homes. This is something that we know. You lied about the nursing home numbers. You were mismanaging your resources. We know this. And you lied when the feds came in. That's why the feds say, independent of the sexual harassment investigation, they're still investigating you for what you did with nursing homes and reporting of their deaths, which we know that you lied about to cover yourself for political gain. Everything about you is politics. When I'm saying, so this is what I mean, people. If everything about them is politics, you have to question everything these people are telling you, not only on the left, but on the right as well. If 15 years ago, they hated something, but now all of a sudden they're with it and their whole party's with it, but these are the same people in office that they were voting one way then and they're voting one way now. How is that? Why is that? It's called politics, people. These people don't really feel this way for what they're really fighting for. They could give a goddamn. They could give a damn. Last that I checked, at one point in time, you were Attorney General, Andrew Cuomo. What'd you do? How many people did you put away? Come on, son. Everything is politics to these politicians and to these people. I just want us to really look at these people with an open lens, open mind, open heart, and understand that they are not for you. They don't do what we want them to do. You can say what you want about Republicans, but there's something to be said about studying your enemy. And I'm an independent, so I study both of you because both of you are my enemy. But here's something that Republicans do. They got the term called rhinos, and the rhinos are called Republicans in name only. There are certain Republicans that they'll make sure that they're going to fucking primary and get the fuck out of office. My question is to you, Democrats. Why haven't y'all done the same? Why haven't you been primarying more of your people? You should have done that shit back in 2016 when you saw how they fucked over Hillary and they fucked over Bernie for Hillary. And so many of y'all are Bernie supporters. But then yet you're still blindly following this party who did that. The memo was released about that, how they want the whole Democratic Party to paint him in one way. I'm not saying I like this policy. What I'm saying is let's talk about what they fucking did. If the right did it, you motherfuckers would be calling them evil, saying they ain't shit, everything else in the world. But for some reason, when these Democrats do, why do you let these people do this? And then black people, we end up blindly voting for these motherfuckers. Why are we voting one way for people who clearly don't have our best interests at fucking heart? Son, come on. It's all fun and games until it's not. Okay. So after Andrew Cuomo killed grandma, and then granddad, he was putting more lives at risk, which we find out. So now we're going to talk about the Mario Cuomo bridge. So y'all remember all those billions of dollars that, he put in, because don't get me wrong, the Tappan Zee is shit. It's shite. But they put all this money into building a new bridge. It's going to be called the Mario Cuomo Bridge. Cuomo wanted it done in X amount of years, right? So we're all still on the fucking unsafe lies and corruption. So what I'm about to do is, before I even give you a breakdown of what really went down with this, I'm actually going to be reading an article, not an article, but it's really going to be like more of a play-by-play thing, play-by-play of what happened with the bridge and why the Mario Cuomo bridge is said to have structural problems. Now, this is going to be a timeline from the Times Union. And here's this, and so here's what the timeline says. It goes, broken bolts. Listen to me. A whistleblower exposed structural flaws on the Governor Mario M. Cuomo Bridge. New York has downplayed the danger. This article was written March 7th, 2021. Let's take a look. So we're going back here. I'm taking you motherfuckers on the timeline. We're going to condense it, but I want you to kind of get it. So September 2015, James S. McCall became a safety manager, at the Port of Coleman, south of Albany, the main assembly site for the project to replace the Tappan Zee Bridge, right? $4 billion project. So now they say for every nightmare induced by the long shadow of coronavirus pandemic over the last year, there's been a light, a candle in the dark more often than not. This light has been held aloof by a lot of the essential worker. Here we pay. Okay, no, I don't know why they even had that in there. So now, February 15th, 2016, McCall arrives to work. He comes there. He discovers an engineer and other supervisors have been secretly replacing bolts on assembled grinders already loaded onto the barge for transport to the main bridge site. So what that means, people, is they had the bridge material on a boat that was supposed to go to be put into the bridge. Nuts and bolts on that was not looking right. They had to replace it right then and there. Okay. Then the engineer in charge. So now this is this is what he noticed in 2016, right? Now, mid-February 2016, the engineer in charge at the port site rewrites a field report filed by McCall to document the injury to the ironworker caused by the broken bolt. So now you're finding even more bolts are breaking. Maybe they're the ones that they replaced. Maybe they're not the ones that they replaced, but the bolts are breaking. It hurts an iron worker. So the original dude, McCall, who's got these complaints, he writes up a report. They dub his shit, right? So they edited the document, softened the severity incident, right? And sent it to the project's deputy safety supervisor. They downplaying this shit, right? So now you got McCall launches an investigation on February 25th, 2016. He launched an investigation and through interviews with laborers, ironworkers, and supervisors, discovers officials with Tappan Zee constructors have been concealing from inspectors and the Thruway Authority that dozens of the bolts have been breaking. So they've been lying about it. Right? Okay. Now, February 25th, 2016, McCall records his conversation with the ironworker foreman at Port of Coleman as they discuss the broken bolts. The foreman, I throw them away and fix them. McCall, but we didn't say anything about either to anybody. Oh no, that would shut the whole job down, huh? That would probably shut the whole job down. McCall asks why. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So the foreman says, I throw them away. McCall says, so we didn't, but we say we did, whatever. The foreman then said, oh no, that would shut the whole job down. McCall says, huh? The foreman then goes, that would probably shut the whole job down. McCall asks, why? The foreman says, cause it's a major defect that does not normally occur. This was said February 25th, 2016. June 2016. After months of diminishing McCall's workplace roles, Tappan Zee Constructors terminate his position. He had recorded employees admitting they had hidden the broken bolts from quality assurance investigators. July 2016, on the last day of working for TZC, McCall has dinner with Ken Riley, a contract inspector for the state throughway authority, and informs him dozens of bolts had broken, but the contractors were concealing it. McNall plays a recording of his conversation with the top engineer for the project, who admits concealing the broken bolts from the throughway authority and its inspectors. McNall later alleges opines that the conduct may be criminal. March 2017. McNall and his authorities, and the man's name is McNall, not McCall, excuse me. McNall and his attorneys filed a seated action under New York's False Claims Act, accusing the contractors of knowingly installing defective bolts in the bridge project and concealing it from the state. It gets fucking worse, people. Keep going on for this goddamn ride. So April 2017, Lou Raymond and Associates, a metallurgy expert retained by the authority, issues a report estimating that between 1% and 50% of the approximately 1 million high-strength bolts holding the bridge together are in danger of failing due to a defect known as hydrogen embrittlement. Okay. December 2017. Alta Vista, the company tasked with overseeing quality assurance for the bridge project, issues a report claiming the broken bolts are not a serious problem and the routine inspections are sufficient to address the situation. September 7th, 2018, Governor Andrew M. Cuomo drives a 1932 Packard convertible across the Mario M. Cuomo Bridge to celebrate the opening of the bridge. Okay, 4 days later, the state attorney general's office meets with the representatives of Tappan Zee Constructors to reveal their investigative findings into allegations the company had falsified documents and concealed the structural bolts were breaking during the project. October 2018, the state attorney general's office acknowledges the allegations of systematic bolt failures in the sealed court case have merit and pledged to intervene and investigate. December 3rd, 2018, attorneys for McNall send a memorandum to the state attorney general picking apart flaws in Alta Vista's report and warning that the Governor Mario M. Cuomo Bridge may be susceptible to catastrophic failure. An inspection by Alta Vista finds 31 bolt failures on the bridge, many concentrated in a high-stress area near the Rockland County side. Ahmad Atani, one of the nation's foremost experts on bridge construction, in July 4th, 2019, says, described the number of bolts breaking on the bridge as an unprecedented and highly alarming. The gravity of the situation on the bridge and safety risk posed by the presence of bolts failing as a result of he or any other reason is a highly concerning and should be corrected immediately. The presence of any number of bolts with hydrogen embrittlement is generally unacceptable, but the situation is even more dangerous at the bridge because of the failures to date have been concentrated in a few spans. December 2020, the state attorney office general negotiates a settlement in which TZC will pay $2 million to settle the whistleblower's claims. The agreement notes that the state is not pursuing criminal charges in connection with the alleged fraud. As part of the settlement, TZC agrees to extend its warranty on the bridge construction by 1 year. The extension, however, applies to a limited number of bridge sections. What? So let me put this in layman terms, what went down, right? So McNall notices the bridge is fucked up. He decides that he's gonna fucking put a report in. They dubbed his report. He fucking goes ahead. He decides that, he's gonna record some people. They fire him eventually. He gets a court case. They say he's right. There's no criminal charges on people covering up the fact that there's multiple failures on this bridge. And there's a big thing about this. If everyone remembers, Andrew Cuomo was pushing for this bridge to be open. He pushed for this bridge to be open in under, I forgot the amount of time and years that he wanted, but he wanted it open by 2020. And that's what he got, no matter what. So it makes you wonder, they settle this, They settled this matter for the whistleblowers complaint. TZC decided that they're going to extend the warranty by 1 year with under limited number sections, and there's no kind of criminal probe, no criminal investigation, nothing. No one's gonna go to jail over this, over people's lives. Why would that be? Why would that be? I guess the man at the top of the food chain, Andrew Cuomo, because with this smoke, there's fire, right? So we've known about his corruption. We know about his lies. He can't be trusted. But why would you be putting New Yorkers' lives at risk because of a bridge to be named after your fucking daddy? That's everything about Andrew Cuomo. It's everything about liberals. Everything about conservatives, the politicians, I mean. They just lie for their own gain. Everything's a game about us. Our lives are just numbers. When he decided that he was going to put COVID positive patients in nursing home with the most vulnerable people, before really expanding all of your resources in New York State, you should have been thinking about this. Or matter of fact, maybe you should have been thinking about it before when he had the corruption task force and he nixed at that. Or maybe you should have been thinking about his whole game plan, when you noticed that he had, sexual harassment claims were brought against him. And then at first he chose his own investigators. Or maybe let's just look at how liberals do this in general. Maybe you should have thought about this in 2016 with how they're playing games with you when they, obviously screwed over Bernie Sanders. Or maybe obviously the crime bill. You know what I'm saying? Or the list goes on. Or maybe how some of them were pro-segregation. These people have been in office for years, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all get me? You get me? These are the same people who have been on the task force and the committees, who know what the government has done to black people, how we've killed black leaders. These people know. We haven't gone or arrested any of those people. Think about this for a second. When the Holocaust happened, Jewish people were able to get their retribution. Even in today's day and age, they get their retribution. Because it's rightfully so. In America, you can't get your retribution over the slave owners. But what happened during Jim Crow? What happened about that? Can't we start investigating people under the Geneva Code, right? If y'all really care about black people, can't we do that? Huh? Because the way we were treated, the way the system was against us, the way the system is still against us, the way racism. What about for-profit prisons? Why haven't we under the Geneva Code laws going after people for the for-profit prisons, locking up black people just because they're black on trumped up charges? Why haven't we done that? Why haven't Democrats pushed for that? Why haven't people on the left pushed for that more? These are the same people who care about black people, right? The group ALEC, American Legislative Exchange Council, right? These people are the same people who put politicians in the same room as business owners. So they put them, and these are the same people who will create bills together that they then submit to Congress. Now, it's known that Republicans are in there, but did y'all know there's also Democrats too? Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Now, do you understand what I'm saying in the parallels of this? This is not a fucking game, people. These people don't give a damn about you. You need to make sure that you check them and check them all. It doesn't matter. And the reason that Chris, Andrew, the reason y'all my examples right now is because you were the golden boys of the left for a while. You were golden boys. Everyone was loving you and I was calling you out on your bullshit, but no one cared. Now it's cute to care. That's my issue with you people. That's why I want you to understand and get over your head. Think for yourself. Look at something and think, how would I feel if this person did it? If this person did it, I would get them. Well, why not this person? What makes them so different? There is no damn difference. Do your damn job, people. Listen, this has been Conversations with Dean. It's been one hell of a fucking time. Y'all know me. I love this shit. I love giving y'all this information. I love bringing my take, my thoughts, my outlook on it. Because you know what? Somebody's got to do it. And why not? And why can't it be me? Why can't it be the boys down here at Black and the motherfucking Berry? And listen, the only way for us to do this is I need you to do something. I need you to fucking hit that goddamn like button, share this shit, subscribe to it, hit the notifications, tell your mama, tell your granddaddy, tell your grandfather, tell your daddy, tell your cousins, tell your coworkers, tell everybody. Let people know and hear this. If you listen to this and you banging with it, that means that I guess what? There's someone else who's listening to it and they banging with it. Send this and share this shit out to them, player. Listen here. This has been Conversations with Dean. I am Dean. And let's what? We are out.